Good morning. It's good to see you all here. If you're visiting with us, such a joy to see you this morning. We have a few announcements as we begin our time of corporate or congregational worship. Tomorrow evening, so at 7:30 at our home, the women are going to be continuing their discipleship study in this little book called Gentle and Lowly, The Heart of Christ for Sinners and Sufferers. So that's tomorrow, 7:30. That's going to be at our home, the Mayans' house. And I believe you're going to be studying chapters 8 through 10 of that. And then the men met yesterday morning, so we have 2 weeks off, but October 24th is the next time that the guys will be getting together to continue their discipleship series through a book called The Gospel. We're also doing Gentle and Lowly, but we're kind of pairing that with another book called The Gospel, How the Whole Church Portrays the Beauty of Jesus. And so we're going to be looking at chapter 3, October 24th. So guys, put that on your calendar. That'll be at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning via Zoom. Do want to also let you know, as we made you aware of a couple of weeks ago, that we have a vote today, a congregational vote. We have printed off some yes or no ballots concerning Nathan Johnson coming on as a pastoral assistant for the church, and then Hannah Johnson coming into the role of children's director. So after service, what we'd love for you to do is just walk right out here, and you'll find on that round table before you head out the door some ballots there and one of our offering boxes. So our offering box that was here, it's not here this morning. We only have one in the back, just to let you know, and the other one's out here, and we just ask you to vote there and drop that in the box for us. I want to let you know also that I believe it's next Saturday at this point, October 17th in the morning, we're going to have our fall work day. And there are all kinds of things that we can do, we need to be doing in terms of just the grounds and cleaning things up and whatnot. But I don't know if you guys have seen on Slack, they've been doing a ton of work down in the clothes closet, and they actually need a good many helpers to help sort of finish that project in a really good and profitable and timely manner. And so what we're going to do, again, this is next Saturday, is whoever shows up, we're going to try to devote the lion's share of resources to the clothes closet and try to do as much work in the clothes closet as we possibly can next Saturday morning. Let's see here. We also, so this will be next Sunday, a couple things you need to know about. Right after service, we're going to have our Meet the Mounts, a membership class for anyone who is interested in membership at this particular local church. A word here also to college students, especially if you have just kind of moved into the area, if you're a freshman right now, maybe you have your membership somewhere else. We do have something called a Watch Care membership where you can have dual membership. You can have membership in your home church where you're from, but also have membership here at the Mount. And I would just say, listen, if you're going to be here for 4 years, 5 years, or sometimes if you ask some of our elders, they end up staying for the rest of their lives. You should consider membership in a healthy local church in this area. A church that is going to be holding you accountable for living to the glory of Christ, a place where you can step in and serve, be edified, and also be a part of the edification of God's people. And so let me encourage you, if you're a student, if you don't have a local church in this area where you're going to be living, like 9 out of 12 months out of the year, let me encourage you to come and be a part of our membership class. Again, next Sunday, that'll be right after service. We do need to know if you're going to come, so just to reserve a spot with us, because we want to be able to get you lunch and all these kinds of things to go with that too. And then you have to sit there for, 5 or 6 hours and listen to me talk about the awesomeness that is biblical New Testament Christianity in the local church and what that means here at the Mount. Let's see. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, Sunday night. So this is, again, next Sunday. I guess it's in the afternoon. We're going to have a pumpkin carving get-together at our home. So everybody buy a pumpkin, or 2 or 3, and meet us at our home. That's 3:30 to, what is that, honey? 3:30 to 5? 3 to 5? Or whenever. And I think we're going to do
cider and sweets. So you just bring a pumpkin and set up the carpet, and we'll have some plastic bags. It'll be outside. So
Yep. Cider and sweets. I really like pecan pie. So if anyone wants to make one of those, that would be awesome. Okay? And just join us for that next Sunday afternoon. Okay? All right. I think that's all I have. Let me have us stand now for the reading of God's Word. I'm going to invite Jenna Sherrod up to read Deuteronomy chapter 8, verses 1 through 16 for us.
The whole commandment that I command you today, you shall be careful to do, that you may live and multiply and go in and possess the land that the Lord swore to give to your fathers. And you shall remember the whole way that the Lord your God has led you these 40 years in the wilderness, that he might humble you, testing you to know what was in your heart, whether you would keep his commandments or not. And he humbled you and let you hunger and fed you with manna, which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, that he might make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but man lives by every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Your clothing did not wear out on you, and your foot did not swell these 40 years. Know then in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, the Lord your God disciplines you. So you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God by walking in his ways and by fearing him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and springs, flowing out in the valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive trees and honey, a land in which you will eat bread without scarcity, in which you will lack nothing. A land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills you can dig copper. And you shall eat and be full, and you shall bless the Lord your God for the good land he has given you. Take care lest you forget the Lord your God by not keeping his commandments and his rules and his statutes, which I commanded you today. Lest when you have eaten and are full and have built good houses and live in them, and when your herds and flocks multiply, and your silver and gold is multiplied, and all that you have is multiplied, then your heart be lifted up, and you forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery, who led you through the great and terrifying wilderness with its fiery serpents and scorpions, and thirsty ground where there was no water, who brought you water out of the flinty rock, who fed you in the wilderness with manna that your fathers did not know, that he might humble you and test you to do good in the end.
Word is calling us to offer all that we are and have to him. So let's continue to do that by singing All My Ways.